Hey, we made it to Clark's route. Nice. For the band! And for Clark. Today's the day! We get to go home! I kept all my stuff packed so I wouldn't forget anything. I'm going to go see if the bus drivers are here. There's already a group congregating with luggage, but it doesn't look like anyone's boarded the buses yet. I guess Mr. Wiley still needs to open them. Oh! Morning, Clark!
Hello.
Good morning. Ready to go home?
I was born ready to go home. Hey, here comes Mr. Wiley! Mr. Wiley! The buses are locked!
I know. Unfortunately, they're still broken down, too. I'm afraid we won't be going home today.
We're going to be stuck here for another day? Everyone starts talking all at once. Mr. Wiley holds up his hands for silence.
Bring it in.
Now, I know things are a little more than hectic right now, but don't worry. I've contacted your parents, and they're aware you'll be staying a little longer. Everything's all cleared up.
Oh, he did? Maybe now that there's service, I can call my mom.
But don't you worry your little heads. Amidst all of this bus turmoil, I have good news for you.
Oh?
Get over my dead body.
I'll be damned. Excuse me. I'll be darned if I'm going to let a perfectly good day for band camp go to waste. You know what they say. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And when those lemons are broken down band buses, well, how often do we all end up stuck in the middle of nowhere with our instruments?
Mr. Wiley.
Hold on. You're saying we're still holding practice?
Bingo! Eat a hearty breakfast if you haven't already, and meet at the field in 1 hour.
He moves off while everyone is left in a state of shock.
What?
A rehearsal? But it's Saturday! My beef stew.
That is good news.
Oh boy. Is it?
Of course.
An extra rehearsal is the best use of our time, especially with all the time lost learning the ballad this past week.
I can't even look at you right now. Susie walks away, but I linger next to Clark. So, still want to go wake up the freshmen and tell them how terrible they are? Clark doesn't laugh. Remember last night?
I remember.
He sounds like he wishes he didn't. I thought we had fun together, but maybe he doesn't feel the same way. Or maybe he's embarrassed about letting loose. What? Oh. Maybe he saw the disappointment and was like, alright, let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
Go where?
To make sure all the freshmen are awake. But we'll save telling them they're terrible for practice.
Good one. He's joking, right? Right? Ooh. Hello, we have a new background at this hour? Hey, Pop-Tarts! Oh, is this Pop-Tarts' room? I guess he is a freshman, right? That would make sense. It's just like a Pop-Tart on the table. Sure. We pay a visit to the supplemental room that houses way too many rookies. Clark barges in, causing everyone inside to jump.
Wake up! What's going on? Are the buses leaving?
Alex almost falls right off the top bunk in a tangle of blankets.
We have practice at the field in 1 hour. I expect you all to be there. What happened to going home? You can go home next weekend. We have work to do.
Clark snaps the door shut, leaving zero room for argument. That was fun to watch, but next time you should wake them up by blasting music.
Ha!
Excellent idea. I'll show them how high I can play on my clarinet.
Even more dastardly. Mwahahaa! Clark and I unleash our evil laughter in sync. What is this route? It's so chaotic evil. I love it.
I'm going to prepare. See you at practice.
I guess we're close. We're an evil power couple. Before practice starts, I should call my mom and let her know what's going on. She might be worried about me, but the signal is practically non-existent. I wonder if in the final route, like the true route or whatever, if Cadence is able to get through to her mom, because it always makes a point of like, this happens, she calls, it's all staticky. I feel like this moment is important, but I don't know what it signifies yet. I try anyways. I think it's ringing. Did she pick up? Mom! Mom, are you there? There's nothing but static. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Hello? I think I can hear a woman's voice respond, but it's muted and impossible to make out through the static. If you're there, I just want you to know that I'm fine and I'll see you soon. I love you. Nothing. I guess there was really no point in calling. This time. And thus begins Saturday morning practice, a practice nobody asked for. Everyone is groaning and grumpy. Conversation is limited because everyone is snapping at one another, taking their frustrations out on their friends. They can't help it. They wanted to go home. Now they're stuck working on a Saturday. And so we stretch in silence until...
Hold it.
Trombones? Minus Tom, who is sick. I need to speak with you.
The trombones do as he says. A moment later, I don't know why he bothered gathering them, because he's screaming at the top of his lungs.
I would solve it. I would solve it. Ah!
I'm the band director. You listen to what I say. When I say stand on your head, you stand on your head. When I say have a sectional during the first week of band camp...
Technically, the first week isn't over.
And you're lucky it isn't. If the buses weren't shut, I'd be twice as angry.
I don't think that's possible. Shh, Susie.
You better have a sectional today. And just so you don't forget about it, give me 3 laps around the field. You can think long and hard about your commitments.
The trombones do as he says, looking downcast. Honestly, they have no one to blame but themselves, but 3 laps on a hot Saturday morning still seems a little rough. Tom picked a good day to get sick. After that, the basic session is intense. Mr. Wiley pushes and only stops after the freshman sousaphone drops his instrument. Then, instead of giving us a water break, he sends us straight into relearning the ballad drill.
It's finally done! And there are no mistakes this time! Woohoo!
Glad to know we won't be getting sued after surprising the audience with a gigantic dick.
Disgusting.
Watch your profanity!
It's so hot out. I stand in the near non-existent shade of the lift and watch the band shuffle about looking for their sets. I can't stay here. I'm going to walk around. Seems the drums have been shoved backfield, out of sight, out of mind. Not far off, the trumpets are learning some kind of strange couples dance. I can practically hear Peter rolling his eyes. Hardly anyone is talking, save for Olive snapping at Pop-Tart and Clark's usual lecturing. I don't have it in me to tell them to shut up today. They should know better.
I have an announcement to make.
Almost forgot!
Please let this be our forgotten water break.
While marching to your sets, I want you to always be practicing your breathing and your fingerings.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm too tired to find it.
Same.
Hey.
Cool it, Peter.
Because some of you aren't even playing when it comes time to play.
He whips out a familiar-looking device. It's the audio recorder he walked around with the other day. He holds it up for everyone to see, then looks straight at Pop-Tart.
This is Pop-Tart from the other day.
Oh no. So that's why he was walking around with that thing. Devious. He presses a button. There's a long silence. Since I'm nearby, I can pick up the faint burble of band instruments, but nothing else. Clark speaks up from the other end of the field.
I can't hear anything!
Exactly.
You
should have the music memorized by now. No excuses!
But I'm still trying to get the marching down.
Let's move on. Here's one of our freshmen guessing at the notes. I wonder if you can guess who.
He goes on to embarrass a handful of students, mostly rookies. I feel for them. Mr. Wiley, why are you doing this? Honestly, if I were in their position, I would just want to crawl into a hole and never come out. Or dare I say, quit band. Public humiliation is a terrible teaching tactic. She actually called him out, at least inside her brain. She was like, what are you doing? Once he's done, it's back to running sets of the drill over and over and over again. The hot sun is beating down. What time is it? I'm so thirsty, and I haven't been working nearly as hard as everyone else. They might be getting dehydrated. Sir? Mr. Wiley?
What can I do you for, Cadence? Ugh, that sounds wrong. Made me sound like one of those troopers from Virginia. I'm never saying that again.
Where is he getting all of this energy? Sir, I think the band needs a break. It's been hours, and they aren't looking so good.
Possible!
Nonsense! We just had a break.
What, when you called everyone out? That wasn't a break! They need water. Some of them look like they're going to collapse.
You might be right. Their performance is getting a little lackluster, too.
I am right. He goes to the center of the field.
Bring it in.
Okay, kiddos. Time for a nice, long 15-minute water break. Sorry I forgot about it. You're doing such a great job, it completely slipped my mind.
Is he bipolar or something? Oh well, I'm not complaining. I'm glad he listened to what I had to say. I join Clark, who is heartily gulping water. He seems energized.
It's a great day for band.
You seem happy.
Of course.
We get to make up for lost time. We can finish the ballad.
Oh my gosh, you are such a dork. And I mean that in the best way possible.
I mean it. The buses breaking down was a blessing in disguise.
Clark.
Cadence.
Never mind. Don't ever change, Clark.
Why would I?
I can think of a few reasons.
Anyways, since we're stuck here, would you like to have our lesson tomorrow?
What lesson?
You can't be serious.
And you accused him of forgetting stuff.
Our conducting lesson.
Oh! Oh yeah! Gotcha! I wanted to see if you remembered, and you did. Good job, Clark. You get a gold star.
You are hopeless. So, how about tomorrow at noon? Don't be late. And don't forget.
Yeah, sounds good. Sorry, Clark. I definitely won't forget now that you reminded me. You know, you're not drunk on ramp either. 15 minutes later, we're ready to continue working hard.
All right.
And we're back.
Why are you looking at me like that, sir?
I need someone to follow the drummers around with nurse tempo so they can work on their beats.
Oh no. I haven't had to do that since minicamp. I hate it. The loudspeaker weighs nearly 20 pounds, and it feels like someone is pounding my eardrums with a sledgehammer.
But I also need you on the podium.
I gulp nervously as Mr. Wiley mulls over my fate.
Sir.
What's the holdup? Is something wrong? Can I help?
Actually...
Excuse me.
If you'll allow me to remind you, I am something of an understudy to the drum major.
Clark.
Actually, you can help.
He can?
I can?
Yes, I have a very important job for you.
He whips out Nurse Tempo and her loudspeaker and shoves them into Clark's arms. Clark just about collapses under the unexpected weight.
Take this and follow the drum line around. Try and stick behind the snare drums, at least 6 feet back, and keep the speaker pointed directly through the back of Aaron's head in the direction of the drum major. Usually this job falls to the lowest ranking staff member or some middle schooler who is so desperate to be part of the band he will do anything, but we don't have those, so we'll have to improvise.
Thanks, kiddo.
Am I conducting?
Yes! Get up there!
But what about the clarinets? They need me as a dress point.
Trust me, the drummers need you more. I'm sure the clarinets can survive without you for a few hours.
A few hours!
Good luck, Clark. Hiding a relieved grin, I escape up my podium ladder. Nyong.
Look, everyone, Clark's the new Met Boy! How the mighty have fallen.
Hey.
Alex, let's not forget who the Met Boy was last year.
Only 'cause I was hanging around band practice too much and Mr. Savage caught me. He said, I have a very special job for a very special 8th grader. I couldn't say no to that.
I have a very special job for you, too. It's to shut up and pay attention.
The band runs chunks of the show, perfecting the music with the drill. Up here, I can see everything, and I can hear a great deal too. Snatches of Doug's conversation continually reach my ears during halts. What's he chattering about? Oh, looks like he made a new friend.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Hate it when I get that crud stuck in my eyes and I can't get it out and it just goes deeper and deeper.
I count off and the band does 3 sets with the metronome, then resets to try it again.
And it turned out my dog had been in the garage all along, so I put those posters all over town for nothing.
Again, the count off, the drill, and reset. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Hey Mark, how often are you gonna be back here with us? Mark? Mark?
My name is Clark, you dim-witted dolt!
Clark!
What?
I need the Met! It is a long, long practice with no end in sight and hardly any breaks. Just when I'm beginning to think I've died and gone to hell, Mr. Wiley calls it.
Bring it in.
Alright everyone, that's good for today. Bring it in for a huddle.
We do as he asks, moving sluggishly. I can hardly lift my feet. I can't imagine how those who have been marching all day must feel.
I'm sorry we got stuck here for the weekend, but I'm proud of you all for pushing through it. We got a lot done today, and you should be proud of yourselves.
I'm too tired to feel proud.
And don't worry, I do have a bit of good news. I'm giving you the day off tomorrow. God rested on the 7th day when he created the earth, and so too shall you when creating this marching band show. Have a good one.
He moves off, thankfully not making us go to the ready.
Remind me how this is good news. We were supposed to have tomorrow off anyways.
Yeah. I'm too tired to complain or feel grateful or anything. I just want to collapse into bed. But before that, I need to get something in my stomach. I don't know if this counts as lunch or dinner at this point, but I'm starving, so I fill up my plate with everything the buffet has to offer. To my surprise, Clark joins me. Do you see Susie anywhere?
No.
Okay, let's sit here then. We join Tom, Peter, and Samuel's little group.
Hey Cadence, haven't seen you for more than 12 hours.
I know, it must be a new record. I heard you were sick, are you feeling better?
Much better, thanks for asking. Watch out, you've got a stalker following you.
Thanks.
How dare you!
How dare you accuse me of such a crime? A stalker who can't take a joke, apparently.
Don't listen to him, Clark. Take a seat. He does so, nose wrinkling with disgust. He must really like you to be willingly sitting here with you and Peter at the same table.
So as I was saying, since the trombones put up having a sectional until Mr. Wiley forced them into one today, and I was too sick to attend, I totally got to skip out on sectionals this week.
What a surprise.
And now the practice is over, you're well enough to eat. How about that?
Pathetic.
It sounds to me like you are bragging about missing out on precious practice time. Yep, I'm bragging. I get to be lazy.
Hey, so have any of you seen Susie?
She's right there.
He points past me. I turn to see Garth and Susie standing at the center of the cafeteria. They're planning their man auction.
Bonjour.
May I have your attention, please?
Everyone quiets down and looks at the two of them curiously.
Tonight, the band will be holding a fundraiser in the form of... Drumroll, please.
Thanks, Aaron.
A man auction, hosted by the lovely Susie.
Everyone begins talking at once. Susie steps forward with a little wave.
It will take place at the pavilion tonight. The boys can volunteer to be bid on. The highest bidder wins that boy for tomorrow, along with whatever date they plan. All money will go towards the band.
What can we do with the boy we win?
Keep it legal. Nothing out of their boundaries.
Personally, I would make him do all my chores.
Be there or be square. Remember, it's to support the band. Mr. Wiley will be there, and I'm sure he'd love to see each and every one of your smiling faces.
They leave and everyone in the cafeteria begins talking about tonight. Wow, this sure was sudden. I hadn't heard them mention anything about a man auction. If Susie had known about it earlier, then it definitely should have gotten around by now. This sounds like it will be fun. Are any of you boys going to volunteer?
That depends. Are you going to bid?
Not on you. Oh, shots fired. I give him an innocent smile.
Nah.
I'm not doing it. Neither am I. But I'm glad the funds will be going to help the band. No one would bid on you anyway, Clark. You'd only wind up embarrassing yourself. Why, you...
What about you, Tom?
I'll think about it.
We finish up our lunch and start to head out. Clark peels off from our group like a banana, and I hurry to catch up with him. Hey, wait! Where are you off to?
I'm going to see if I can scrounge up some extra change to donate to the band. You should do the same.
Sure. He leaves. I wonder if this whole eating lunch together thing was a one-time occurrence. Oh well. I have nothing else to do, so I head back to my room for a hot shower and a change of clothes.
Woohoo! Cadence! What did you think of my announcement? Exciting, right?
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Was the auction your idea?
No, it was Garth's. He was kind enough to let me host it. Help me with my makeup?
Sure thing. Together we make sure Susie's makeup is on point. What's on your mind?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering why Clark was sitting with you guys today. That was a weird sight.
Why is it weird?
Because he hates your guts. And Peter's guts. And everyone's guts. Especially yours.
Ow, my guts! It's not as bad as you think. We're okay now. In fact, we might even be friends?
That sounds like a question.
It kind of was.
Wow, look at you. You must be some kind of superhero, making friends with him after the way he treated you.
All of the things he said were a product of envy. In the end, we have the same goal, you know?
That's good. Hey, what do you think of this color eyeshadow?
She changes the subject back to makeup, but my mind stays on Clark. I feel sad when I think of the way we treated one another mere days ago. I hope our friendship can continue to grow.
Into romance.
When nighttime hits, everyone streams towards the pavilion. Chairs have been set up along with flickering candles. It's almost kind of romantic. Well, I wonder how this will go. Because didn't Clark bid on... Was it Tom? I kind of feel like he bid on Tom. From what I remember 2 roots ago.
Welcome, ladies!
Oh, Mr. Wiley. I wasn't expecting you to attend this sort of thing.
Hey, if it's for the band, of course I'll show my support. Besides, I need to make sure none of you kids are getting up to any funny business.
Don't worry, we're keeping it PG. Well, PG-13.
Ah, crazy kids.
Grumbling, he leaves us be.
See you later. Well, I'd better get up on stage. Wish me luck.
Good luck. She leaves me standing amidst the crowd. I scan the faces around me, trying to find a friend. Before I can, someone comes up behind me. Hi.
Look at this turnout. I'm impressed.
Clark!
Yes?
Nothing.
Why do you always feel the need to shout my name whenever you see me?
It's a warning! Wow. I'm just so excited to see you. I just get really excited when I see you. I give him an innocent smile. He looks taken aback and stares at me wordlessly. What? Is there something in my teeth?
So how much money did you bring?
$22.67. But I don't really want to bid. I just came to watch. Let's go find a seat. As soon as we find a spot to sit together, Susie steps up on stage and the show begins.
Hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming tonight. I'm Susie, and I'll be your host for this esteemed auction of men. We've got a fine set of bachelors just waiting to be bid on this fine evening. But before we do that, I'd like to extend a special thank you to Garth for organizing this event.
She points Garth out and everyone applauds. He waves sheepishly, pretending to be all embarrassed.
Enjoy the show.
And also Mr. Wiley for putting up with us.
More applause. Mr. Wiley actually gets up and waves. He seems to be in a good mood.
Lastly, I'd like to thank my assistant Aaron, who will be providing us with his talents tonight.
Aaron sits at a drum set towards the back of the stage, looking bored. He raises a drumstick in acknowledgement as everyone cheers for him.
Now, let's get this show on the road. First up, let's bring out Tom the trombonist.
Tom comes out on stage and everyone starts hollering and whistling at him. He grins and slowly turns so the ladies can peruse every angle of his body. He's popular among the band. This should be fun.
Hey, Tom. Nice brass.
So bad.
And it could be yours for the right price.
He winks at the audience. I can't help but seek Mr. Wiley out, wondering what expression he might be wearing, but I can't find him in the crowd.
This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Huh?
Let's start the bidding at $5.
A number of girls call out bids, but one voice overpowers them all.
6.
Huh?
Clark? What are you...
Don't distract me. 10.
He hassles with a few others for ownership of a terrified Tom. One by one, his competitors drop like flies.
$21.
$21. Do I hear 22? No? Wow. Then it looks like Clark is our victor. Who was expecting that?
Cadence! Don't let him take me!
What? Why are you dragging me into this?
$21 for Tom going once.
Cadence! Do nothing.
This is so funny.
Cadence!
Going twice.
What do I do? I'm sorry, Tom. He told me to do nothing. It's not gonna be so bad. It'll be fine. Sorry, Tom. I look away.
Sold. Clark, come on up and claim your prize.
No!
Up on stage, Clark smiles triumphantly and points one finger at Tom.
Tomorrow, you may have the honor of being my personal lackey. Come to band camp prepared to work hard. That goes for the rest of you as well.
What? Wait, what? Clark, there is no band camp tomorrow. It's our day off.
Then Monday.
With that, he pays Susie and exits stage left. Tom slinks away, looking downcast. I can hear someone cracking up from the backstage area, behind the curtain. Peter, of course. He's next in line. It was pretty funny.
I'm leaving.
Well, I got what I came for, so I'm leaving.
You're not going to stay and watch?
No.
I donated my time and money, so I did my part. I don't really care what others do. I just hope they take my advice to heart.
I can't help but wonder what this band would be like if Clark was leading it. Probably a lot different.
Good night.
Good night. I feel a little sad when he leaves me sitting here all alone, but it isn't long until Tom joins me. Yeah, you doing good? Whoa, Tom! Are you okay?
No, I think this might be a nightmare. Please tell me that Clark didn't just win me in a man auction.
I wish I could, but...
Why me?
I haven't done this one yet. Who said men can't bid in the man auction?
Why me? Why?
It'll be okay. The rest of the auction isn't quite as fun. Tom is pretty down, and there's not much I can do for him. But it's pretty fun watching Susie crack jokes, and some of the guys on stage really like to ham it up. It's a long night. Ooh, we just skipped the whole Peter thing. Nice. At the end, I stay to help Susie clean up. Then it's time for bed.
What a day!
Was tonight great or what?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty funny.
I gotta admit, I was super nervous beforehand. But when everyone started laughing at all my jokes, I went with it and enjoyed myself. I'll never forget the look on Tom's face when Clark won him. That was the highlight of my night.
Now that was hilarious.
This has been the best band camp ever. And we get a whole day off tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to relaxing. That and my conducting lesson with Clark. Do not forget, Cadence. Get up bright and early so you can prepare for it. Yawn. I'm beat. Good night.